Welcome back to Wallflowers. So, a couple of weeks ago, you would have seen on the free table, I not only got a 18 kilo of caramel sauce, I also got this strawberry syrup. If I can just read the label, it's actually 13 kilos of strawberry syrup. So, I've just opened it now, and it's like a thin jam. And it looks delicious. So I've been scratching my head and I've been thinking, what recipes can I use it in? So I've got two lovely recipes for you today, all in the one video. So I'm going to make a strawberry tray bake. And whilst that's baking in the oven, I'm going to turn some of the strawberry syrup into a cordial. So buckle up and let's get started. So I've got 200 grams of room temperature butter. One part of it isn't quite room temperature, but hopefully by this time it's okay. I've got 200 grams of, it said caster sugar, but I've only got granulated, so we're going with that. I'm going to beat this together. So if you've got any ideas for recipes for me to use that vast amount of syrup up with, please let me know in the comments. I've got a few ideas. And as I said in my haul this week, I didn't actually buy a weekend cake because I've got so many ingredients to make desserts with. As you know, I got an awful lot of chocolate in my haul this week. A massive jar, a kilo jar of Nutella. I've got tons of apples in the garden that I can be baking with. Claire, my friend, gifted me a large tub of strawberries. So I'm using that up with the syrup in this cake today. What else have we got? I've got caramel sauce coming out my ears. All the jars are canned and all the tins I haven't yet used, which is a more toffee-based caramel. And so many other ingredients. I've got jars and jars of strawberry jam, raspberry jam. I've got tons of stuff I can be using. So I thought, don't buy a cake this week. Let's get some baking done. So as you can see, that's the sugar and the butter brought together. And now I'm going to add in the eggs one at a time. So this recipe calls for 4 eggs. Yeah, I can use a whisk, but I think the old-fashioned ways are much better. Bit of exercise, get the old arm going. I'll be sorry afterwards because the work I've done on those onions yesterday had my hands and my arm aching all night. Are you baking this week? What baking are you doing? Give me some food for thought.
Hello everyone. What are you making today, Mum?
Strawberry cake and strawberry cordial. So I've already laid the parchment paper in my dish ready. One more egg to go in. I'm going to add some Greek yogurt to this. Again, Claire donated it. Daughter got a too good to go bag. If you're not actually in the UK, I don't know if you do it elsewhere, but here, different places, Subway, Starbucks, different shops, etc., do a too good to go bag. So at the end of the day, any leftover products from that day will go in a bag for a discounted price, and you can go and collect them. It's normally, I think, about 8 o'clock at night. And she got a vast amount. So she said, I can't fit it all in my fridge. Would you like some? So she gave me this Greek yogurt and some smaller Greek yogurts that Oscar's quite enjoying. He's at the majority already. Some strawberries, olives, Scotch eggs, and a number of other things. So thank you for those, Claire and Amber. This recipe calls for 150 mils of the Greek yogurt. And my jug isn't that great with the markings on it. They're quite old, the jugs. So I've worked it out at 10 tablespoons. So I'm just going to put 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9.5, because they were pretty scooped up. So that's 10 tablespoons of Greek yogurt. And as you can see, that's all the wet mixture together. I'm going to put 10, I've just lashed my spoon in the sink. I'm going to put 10 tablespoons of the syrup in. But I'm going to do 5 and 5. So I'll put 5 in before the flour and 5 in after the flour. 2, 3, 4. Wow, I can't half smell it. 5. I was down to lick that spoon then, but I won't. So, although I've got a great big massive container of the syrup, I'm sure you'll understand what I'm saying. If you're a jam maker and it doesn't set and it goes quite runny, and you don't want to empty all the jars out and start again, sometimes we keep those runny jars on the shelf and we use them for desserts. This would be the perfect opportunity to use that runny jam. Or if you've got a bottle of syrup that you sometimes use for ice cream or different things, use that. You know, there are different things. I could do this recipe with the caramel. Sorry, just bear with me, my hair's fell out. I could do this same recipe with the caramel, with chocolate, with anything. I just wanted to enhance the strawberry flavour and use the strawberries. So now I've got 200 grams of self-raising flour. I'm not sure what the Americans call that. I know all-purpose is plain. So this is self-raising, so it'll rise for the cake. See it thickening up slightly now. Our home ec teacher was called Miss Dale, and she said after folding it, just do a figure of 8. And I've never forgotten it. So figure of 8 and try and get the bit to dry from the outside of the bowl. A nice blob of jam there as well. I think if she saw this, she'd be proud of me, Miss Dale. I'm going to take half of the strawberries and put them in at this stage. And leave the rest for a minute. I don't want to beat the air out of the cake, so I'm carrying on doing the figure of 8. Do you know what I've just remembered? I didn't put any baking powder in. Just bear with me. I'm not sure if I've actually got any. Just bear with me a moment. Come on. That's bicarbonate of soda. Come and have a look in the pantry with me while I'm here. I've got vanilla sugar. I don't think I've got any baking powder. I think it needs reorganising. Let's see what's that baking powder. Hey, hey, hey. So I'm just going to pour if it lets me in. It's an old jar, this. I'm just going to pour half a teaspoon in. I should have put that in with the flour. Now I'm ready to cross this over. So this tray came with, I think it was roasted vegetables, and it's been used many, many times, but it's just perfect for the tray bake. So let's begin. It looks like a lot. Pulling all kinds of faces, because you know me, waste not, want not. I don't like to leave any in the bowl. So that's me concentrating. My dad used to laugh when I was a little girl. I was concentrating because I would always have my tongue out. Now, the strawberries I've got left, I'm just going to squash into the top. Make sure there's plenty of gooey strawberry in every bite. I probably didn't need to use the full tub, but hey. I think that'll actually do. Right, what I'm actually going to do is, I don't think I'll go for the whole 5 spoons, but I'm going to place some syrup. I'll always make a mess, so don't worry. Lay some syrup across the top. I've got enough, let's not be stingy with it. Okay, that'll do. So I've got the oven on 180 and I'm going to put this in for 18 to 20 minutes. So that's that going in. And we set that timer please for 18 to 20 minutes. And now I'll move along to my next recipe. Just get some water. Filtered water is called for this. You either boil water and allow it to cool, or use the filtered water. And as you know, we only use filtered water for drinking, cooking, etc. So here we are. So in the bottom, I've picked some fresh mint from the garden. I'm going to use 33 spoons of the syrup. I'm going to use 33 spoons of the water. It would have been 150 mils of each. Not 150 mils, 500 mils of each. And as I say, my jug's being, my measuring jug, it needs replacing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, bear with me, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2, 3. Now be honest, who was counting along with me?
That's 750 mils.
In here.
You got 300.
I want 500. Can you see it? And I struggle to see it. I'm looking for the stick blender, but I can't actually find it, so an upside down utensil will do for now to get to the bottom of the jar to give it a good stir. Yeah. It's alright, this will do. Now, if you taste this and it's too strong, do it to your own taste. because it looks quite strong to me. But this is a cordial. So I'm going to sample this one. Let me grab a glass. Probably does need, there might be a piece of mint that just fell in. Now, I might have put a bit too much in the glass because that's quite strong for me, but it's very strawberry. Saliva's going crazy. It's very tasty. It was a piece of mint that fell in. Would you like a taste? Like it? So I'll make some more of this. I've kept a small bottle from the haul on Thursday, and that can be used for going out and about with. But I'll use a proper big water bottle and decant it in, so there's plenty of juice in the house, albeit all just strawberry flavour. And none of this will go to waste. I'll bake more cakes, etc. So I'll just wait for that cake to finish baking, and I'll come back to you and show you the end result. So I've lifted it out the oven and it's ready. And just for transparency, my oven must be a little bit lower because it took about 40 minutes all in all. So it took a lot longer than the estimated 18 to 20 minutes, just to be honest. So I'm going to cut a little slice. I want a little slice. It still feels spongy. See the moisture from the strawberries inside. I'll just grab myself a fork. And let's see oopsie-diddly. Let's see what it's like. Absolutely delicious, even if I do say so myself. Now that's perfect by itself, hot or cold, and that's still quite hot. The strawberries are holding the heat the most. But it'll be nice hot or cold, be nice with custard, be nice with ice cream, whatever you choose to have a dessert with. But that's absolutely delicious. I will be making sure I get my fair share of that. So, cheers, everyone. A strawberry delight, and all from a bucket of syrup. Yeah, I've used the fresh strawberries, but a bucket of syrup to do a whole cake and some cordial, and many, many more desserts to come. Hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you have a go yourself. Please take care. Thank you so much for coming. Remember, you're loved. I'll speak to you again soon. Bye bye.